I honestly think this year will be a great year for LSU football. You have had to suffer through Brian Kelly. You've had to suffer the downfall of Ed Orgeron having one of the greatest, if not the greatest, college football teams of all time. In 2019 with Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, T. Higgins, everything. I said T. Higgins. Good God. I'm thinking about the NFL. Honestly, Lane Kiffin gets a lot of hate. Understand what he's done. He led Ole Miss to the most wins in the state of Mississippi. Not just at Ole Miss, the entire state of Mississippi. Not saying that Mississippi State is a huge team, but they've had a Dak Prescott before. I'm just saying. Led them to the college football playoff. He obviously made the decision to go be the head coach at Louisiana State University, LSU. They did not allow him to coach in the playoffs because they thought he would, quote unquote, in my opinion, poach players. Listen here. Players are going to leave if the money is better. It doesn't matter if you play for USF, if you play for Kennesaw State University, West Georgia Tech University. If the check is right, you are at a time in a landscape of college football, those players are going to leave. Another argument for another day. They did great. They beat my Georgia Bulldogs. Yada, yada, bada, boom, bada, bing. He constructed that team. He led that team to an 11-1 year, and their only loss was to Georgia, which was a team they avenged a win against in the Sugar Bowl to move on to the college football semifinal. Lane has Sam Leavitt coming in at quarterback. Husan, don't let me mess up the first name, Longstreet, USC 5-star at backup quarterback. He has, who else coming? He had someone else. I mean, obviously I ain't got everything figured out here. I'll see real quick. He brought in 4-star Winston Watkins from Ole Miss, wide receiver. 4-star Hussein Longstreet from USC. 4-star edge rusher from Tennessee, Jordan Ross. 3-star Jaylen Brown, edge rusher from South Carolina. He brought in 5-star quarterback Sam Leavitt. Steffi Island Green, defensive lineman from Clemson. 4-star brought him in. 3-star Malachi Thomas, tight end from Pittsburgh, brought him in. 4-star safety from Boise State, Ty Benefield, brought him in. 4-star wide receiver from Florida, Eugene Wilson III, brought him in. 4-star wide receiver from Old Dominion, Trey Brown III, brought him in. 4-star wide receiver Jace Brown from Kennesaw State, brought him in. You have 3 to 4 4-star receivers transferring to the University of LSU this year. On top of a 5-star quarterback and a 4-star quarterback who was in the top of his cycle just a couple years ago. The amount of 3 stars below that are insane. He has 37 people outgoing. He's replacing the 37 that are transferring out for 29. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 or more of the 29 coming in are 4 stars or better. Lane Kiffin is constructing something nice at the university. I keep saying at the university. Yes, at the university. LSU is putting together something nice. Lane has had some losing seasons. Lane has made some dumb mistakes. Lane proved last year he can go into the portal, construct a roster how he wants it, and make it happen. What do you think is going to change at a quote-unquote more premier program like LSU? There's just no way LSU doesn't have a great year. And if you dive into their football schedule, LSU football schedule. So I wish I had my laptop here. We'll run it this way. You play Clemson. That's a win. Unfortunately, Clemson, love you to death. That's a win. Louisiana Tech, that's a win. You play Ole Miss in Oxford Saturday, September 19th. That's a win. You play Texas A&M at Death Valley. That's probably a win, honestly, especially if Marcel Reed comes back. Interception machine. You play McNeese, that's a win. You play Kentucky, that's a win. You play Mississippi State, that's a win. You play Auburn, that's a win. Play Alabama at night in Baton Rouge. You play Texas the week after. You play Tennessee the week after. That's your 3-game stretch that lets you know who Lane Kiffin is as a coach. You're going into those games probably 5-6-0. He's going to win 2 out of those 3 games. Now, which 2 out of the 3 he wins, I don't know. Because Alabama could come out and shit the bed against Florida State, and we have a completely different Alabama than we thought we would have. Do not be surprised if Lane Kiffin takes LSU to the college football playoff next year. That's all I'm going to say. He's going into his major stretch of Alabama at home, Texas, and Tennessee, 5-0, 6-0, however many games that was before it. He rolls through the front half of his schedule. I think he will have his team ready. Just letting you know. Peace.